Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, what I have for you, my name is Virtual Nunchucks again. But what I have for you is a look at the update that they dropped, a review of the update that they dropped. We're going to talk about the update as a whole. We're going to talk about the DLC, the Hawkeye DLC, feature Imperfect, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions on it. Let's just get started. First of all, the good. All right. The good is that there is a campaign replay. You can replay the campaign with your gear and everything else, and you won't lose anything. It's great, fantastic. Thank you for that. Also good is the PS5, Xbox Series X upgrade. The lighting is better. The character models are better. The combos, depending on the option that you pick, seem to run a lot smoother. Everything looks a little bit better. There's no lag. There's none of that stuff, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, then there's not so great, and they left us with this. They left us with Part 3, Future Imperfect. Yeah. About the only good thing that they left us with that is this really cool trailer, and I'm going to show you guys this trailer here in just a second. I added the music to it because I thought it needed it because there was just no real music. So we're going to add this music to it. But I want you guys to watch this, and this is pretty much what we're left with as far as the good for this game. Then we'll talk about the actual DLC and what I thought of it and all that kind of stuff. We'll mention the whole thing and get it out of the way. And then you guys can let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the DLC if you played it. All right? Let me know if I'm off my rocker. Anyway, guys, enjoy my little trailer put together and we'll talk about it. All right? Here we go. Future Imperfect. No kidding.
Avengers, good. There's someone who wants to talk to you. I believe some of you know Kate Bishop, formerly Hawkeye.
Oh, we've met.
So you're working for S.H.I.E.L.D. now?
It's, complicated.
Where's Clint?
That's complicated too.
Agent Barton was captured by AIM a few years back. There's been very little intel since.
Clint and I were looking into what happened to Director Fury after A-Day. What the hell is that?
Our guest finally agreed to help. Remember what's riding on this.
Easy, Doc. Deal's a deal. I'll do my part.
Clint?
Kate, you need to destroy that place. Now!
Do you know what that thing was?
Well, basically it's a bridge through time. I've done research on the concept before, but until now, nobody's been foolish enough to actually try it.
Okay, and that's the source of these tachyon disruptions?
Whatever she's sending through time is, yes. And if we don't stop them, the storms will eventually tear reality apart.
We're gonna go get Clint out of the wrong timeline, cut Monica off from her future self. That would stop the storms, right?
That's still messing with time. That might work.
No! No! Close the gate!
In the future, we get attacked by a warrior race called the Kree. And an invasion that'll end the world as we know it. Now, Monica, future Monica, is working with Nick Fury to save the Earth. We can, you know, oh no.
Clint! Bruce!
The medics, quickly!
Stay with me. Stay with me, Clint. Look at me for a second.
I thought we got rid of those tactics. Now they seem like they're...
I've got Clint's harm exercise back online. Helps to keep busy. You can access it now if you want.
See, cool, right? It just, but then, but then, you actually play the DLC. Um, let's talk about it in a second. Like I said, you get the PS5, Xbox Series X uh, upgrade. The way I played it was a 60 frames a second in 1080p with 4K checkerboarding. Should I have a 4K TV, which I don't at the moment, it runs smooth as butter. It's beautiful to look at. Their lighting effects and everything else, even on a 1080p, it's beautiful to look at. And it's amazing the amount of stuttering that is not there, and it runs great. At least for me, it did. There have been reports of other people having not so great a time. But as of the time of this recording, there was an update patch that dropped. It's a very small patch to try to fix some of that issue, so maybe it will work for you as well. All right, so, and again, the campaign was the whole reason I bought the game. Square Enix knows how to do single-player experiences. That is worth the price of admission alone. I've said that in my review. If you want to look at it, go ahead and go back and look at it. But the DLC, I don't know that they know what they were doing with this. They set it up so well. Okay, we're gonna have a Kree invasion in the future, and I know the material that it's based off of. I know the the comic book series that they're talking about, and I know how it's supposed to end and all that. But I was so disappointed because number one, the character doesn't feel right. Okay, they try to make him snarky like he is in the comic books, but they also try to give him somewhat of a Jeremy Renner kind of feel where he's, this amazing archer, but it just doesn't work. He kind of feels like a flat one-dimensional character. And then you have his moveset, which is almost identical to Kate Bishop's. He's got a sword for melee. If he gets up close, that's what he's got, his sword. He's got almost the identical arrow options, like a 3-shot option. He's got an exploding arrow. He's got what they call razor arrows, and that's it. Okay, he uses a grapple gun instead of a teleport move, and he's not dressed in purple like Kate Bishop is. But the rest of it, they're identical to one another, and that's fine. I mean, he was supposed to be her mentor. He taught her. That's fine. That's great. But I don't know. I guess I was expecting a little something different, and I guess the exploding arrow is supposed to give you a little something different. But it just, I don't know. It was just like a reclone of Kate, except he's a guy and she's not. So it just, whatever. But I was willing to forgive that, because normally a lot of times if there's a great story, if there's a reason to be invested in what's going on, wonderful. I thought there was going to be a payoff. We're going to have maybe a little bit of the Kree invasion. We're going to have a little bit of old Hulk. We're going to have a little bit of something to tie this all together and make it one big cohesive story, because we had 3 parts with this already, and that didn't happen either. There was no real cohesive story. There was no real cohesive ending. And the boss, and without ruining anything, the boss battle at the end of this particular section of DLC, why? Just why? And it would have been fine, except, again, there was no payoff. There was no emotional connection. There was no, hey, I care about what happened to these people and why this is like this is. It's just like, here it is, here's this environment, here's this thing from A to B, and then for no explanation whatsoever, here's the boss fight, and it just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. And I went back and looked at some of the comic book history to make sure that I wasn't crazy, but it just did not fit with anything. At least with the Kate Bishop DLC, there was a little bit of fun involved, and then when you got to the boss battle with that super mega adaptoid thing with Cap's shield and Thor's hammer and Iron Man's rockets and flying around and all that, that was pretty intense. But this was sad. This was sad, and I don't know what they were trying to do. It was almost like, oh crap, we have to do something. We've been building this up, and we have to do something, and here it is, and let's just hope they buy it. Well, there's no real ending, and it just sucks. Because even at the end of the thing, you're thinking, okay, well, they're going to set it up for even more DLC. Maybe we'll get the Kree invasion later, and maybe we'll get that. But no, there's none of that. Even the old Hawkeye sections where you're playing as old Hawkeye in the future, just no. Why? Why? And I'm just disappointed in it. It's just kind of sad. Now, don't get me wrong. The environments look cool. They've made the environments look awesome. They made certain things look absolutely gorgeous. But it just writing is where it's at. You can give me a crappy character. You can give me a crappy, cut and paste world to walk around in, but when there's no writing and there's no real investment in the characters that you're playing, I lose it, and so that's where I'm at. If I was gonna rate the entire thing, okay. From the update, from the next gen update, to the fact that you can play the campaign, to the fact that there's more DLC now and all this stuff, I'd probably give it a 7.2, and that's because I know where they're going to go eventually, because they finally gave us a roadmap. They gave us a roadmap, and they're going to tell it. You're going to get what they call patrol mode, where it's more free roam stuff and stuff kind of like Destiny, and you're going to get at the end of the year we're going to get Wakanda and a whole new story arc, which is fine if you do the writing right. But if I was just going to rate the DLC, I'd just tell y'all flat out, just don't bother with it. Now, I could be wrong. Y'all might have played it and you might think that it's good. And if it is, defend it in the comment section below. Give me reasons why you think it's good. Maybe I just go back and replay it and say, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong, and I'll go back and see. I just don't know. Maybe I'm a little behind the times. It's been a while since I read this comic book series, so I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than I thought there was, but I just don't see it. And I'm very disappointed in it. And the reason I give it a 7.2 again is because the whole update as a whole. And as of this, like I said, as of this recording, there has been an update to fix some of the issues, like stuttering and all that kind of stuff, as of recording this video. So maybe some of y'all won't have the same problems. But again, I didn't have any. It was awesome to be able to play this and be as smooth as it was. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section below if I'm off my rocker, or if you agree with me, whatever the case may be. But to be honest with you, I'm not coming back to it until we get some new stuff, because right now it's just not worth it. I mean, there's no reason to come back, and that's sad, because I really wanted to like this game. Now, I do like the game. I like the game as far as the campaign goes, and maybe I'll replay the campaign, but I'm not going to spend enough time to level him up all the way up to level 50 and then get gear and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. Because they have the same problem, content problems. So, it is what it is. Square Enix, you're good at Final Fantasy, you're good at Tomb Raider, but and you're good at single player experiences like Kingdom Hearts and all that. With this, live service games are not your thing. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook.com/virtualnunchucks, over on Twitter @VNunchucks, and of course, here on YouTube every Monday through Friday, with the exception, of course, when real life gets in the way. I do try to post a video. We'll make up for Monday. On Saturday, I'll post a video for you guys, so we can make up for it. All right, guys, Hope you have a great day. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and of course hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.